Quit XQ stream over LGBT hate during talk with Hasan.
I've never seen a more hateful hostile environment towards its own members during talking with Hasan. That was an MSGS posting trans pride group ad emote only. As a member of the LGBT community and education in school, and helped me understand what was happening. There were before the situation. They made I remember I learned from 7 years in high school. It's unsafe to go anywhere in this community anymore. On behalf
Comments
of
proving ops point.
Monitor.
Yeah. So yesterday, XQC and I had a conversation, which I think was like very productive, and I'm happy that Felix will be open-minded and have these sorts of conversations, and is like perfectly willing and able to see a different perspective than what he is inundated with on a regular basis. And it's really good to have those sorts of conversations in front of like his massive audience who probably doesn't get inundated with the alternative position on this kind of thing. We regularly assume that other communities are just as like just as quote unquote woke when they're not the case. And I saw some of those comments. I mean, we were looking at the comments while I was talking to him, and it was weird seeing so many fucking little Zoomers, little juicers, and I assume they're juicers and they're young, right? Be like, Hasan, you're a pedophile groomer. I don't know. It was definitely weird to see because like, one, XQC is not like that. Two, it's not like he fucking covers like political content, let alone from a right-wing perspective. And I don't know. I don't know where this is coming from. Because, like, I'm pretty sure his community for a very long time has been, like aggressively weird champing homophobia and shit like that. You know what I mean? And I don't know where this, like, audience or where this interest is coming from. I guess like Twitter has certainly played a big role in this. I do think that Twitter has played a big ass role in this. But yeah. What is this? I assume a lot of people are woke when I meet people my age too. I mean, the numbers, okay. I'm a firm believer in a couple different things, okay? Number one, I think that it's significantly harder to be bigoted and hateful if you're living in a more diverse environment. What I mean by that is like cities lean urban places lean democratic because at least Democrats are like trying to present themselves as not racist or not homophobic, even though they certainly can be. But the reason for that is because, like, if you're in a diverse environment and if you're surrounded by gay people, trans people, black people, brown people, it becomes much harder to be straight up hateful towards those kinds of people because all of a sudden you're seeing them as real human beings that you actually interact with, right? And the reason why I'm always shocked when I see, like, a lot of Gen Z kids have any kind of, like, homophobic or transphobic sentiment is because there's a lot of visibility and a lot of openness in Gen Z with respect to sexuality and gender. When you look at the actual numbers, the reason why Ben Shapiro consistently talks about social contagion is because the numbers on the Gen Z side, and let me see if I can pull up this data real quick. The numbers on the Gen Z side are significantly higher than any other generation with respect to the number of queer people, like openly queer people, that would fall under the broad category of LGBTQ. So that's why it's like a lot harder, in my opinion, to be homophobic, transphobic when you're Gen Z, because like you're literally meeting you're meeting a lot of other Zoomers and people your age. You have people in your class that are like that, right? So I don't know. It's an American custom to keep your kids as intellectually understimulated as possible to make them into good consumers. Sure, but why do you always sound so fucking smart? I'm not. I'm an idiot. I everything I talk about from the perspective of common sense. For the record, I don't think I'm a smart guy. Let's just make that very clear. I've never said I'm a smart guy. I have always said I'm a dumb guy. But when I was looking through the chat, I was hoping in my mind that at least like this wasn't genuine resentment that his community or the people who are outspoken in his community, because he's got 70,000 people watching him. And in order to like manipulate the chat, you need like, 400 maximum people. 400 people will literally completely undermine 70,000 fucking people. You know what I mean? Because like active chatters and spammers are certainly, you don't even need 400 people. I'm saying like you need like 40 maximum to like legitimately make a chat look a certain way. But when you see it being spammed constantly, you think, oh my God, every person in the 70,000 group is like this, when it's not the case, right? They're just the most outspoken people. That's why I always get one guide, right? Love how you didn't join the hating Aiden train till after he copy struck you, not when he backed an actual human trafficker. No actual anger shown for till Aiden did something to you. Don't talk about rape and shit no more. Fuck you, bro. I don't know if you've been in here, but for the longest time I was trying to, perhaps unsuccessfully, take Aiden out of that like right-wing trajectory that I saw him going down, which is precisely the reason why I was trying to be as kind to him as possible. But ultimately, the Andrew Tate, the Andrew Tate thing basically captivated him. There was nothing I could have done. And I not only tried to talk to him off stream, but I tried to talk to him on stream as well. I was definitely trying to get him away from that. But maybe you misunderstood that. But I hope you're having a great Sunday regardless. Anyway, your timeline is off though. It's not correct. But yeah, I was hoping in my mind that it was like the loud spammers that were just saying that I was a groomer and a pedophile, and it's not like the broad majority of. It's not the broad majority of fucking chatters in the 70,000 fucking community. You know what I mean? It's only like 5% that usually is the one chatting. So that's probably what it is. The kids saying that shit next to his chat are doing it because on average they are the culmination of all ingredients that make an edgelord, probably only children or disconnected from siblings, many of them being raised by grandparents because their biological parents are on their own journey. Sounds so specific, but I guarantee everyone knows 10 people like this. Also, is Your Brain 2 IQ editor is a raging hate boner for you and chats openly about it. It's a culture thing. Yeah, I hope it's just like I was saying, I hope it's just like a fuck Hasan thing and not overall like I hope it's a fuck Hasan thing. That's why they were calling me a groomer and a pedophile and not because they legitimately believe it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Every chat hates you for no reason. I think there's good reason for a lot of people to hate me. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do think that. I talk about politics all day. I've yelled at probably, I mean, I've had, over the course of my 4 or 5 year career, I have yelled at someone or yelled at the opinions that other people hold on to, like cling on to, so they feel like I'm yelling at them over and over again. You know what I mean? So for that reason, I think it's, I get where it's coming from. And I also do have like an entire, I mean, I have multiple communities of content creators whose entire. Is that a Valley Girl accent or are you sick? I am sick. Um, that's what it is. I don't understand it. What I don't understand is how do they rationalize this? X talks to you in a friendly manner, and you talk to him in a friendly manner. You two laugh and joke around. So how do people in this chat rationalize him being friends with a pedo groomer? I don't know. I don't think they're thinking too much though. I used to hate you taking people out of context out of a 30-second clip, but you're better at that now. I don't think I've changed, my friend. I think you probably started agreeing with me a lot more and realized that when I do snap at something, it's because I've heard it so many times. Anyway.
I need to do more about the hidden chat. Wait, hold up. I thought that chat reflects streamers. I've never seen.
I think that I think that politics did change on this platform. I think during COVID, when, you know, the George Floyd protests were happening and stuff, a lot of people were like, oh, it's cool to be woke. I'm just going to be woke now. I'm a woke guy now. And I myself, much like many other people, I think, took that for granted and thought this was like a genuine sea change when the American material conditions have been designed in a certain way to churn out more reactionary politics no matter what happens. And I think that the post-COVID realities for a lot of people with like the likes of Andrew Tate and so many other content creators popping off with like overtly right-wing sentiment has swung the pendulum in the other direction. And the internet every single day is basically, by the way, I don't want to like clap these dudes anymore. I like, we can let them fucking run their mouths. Like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? This is like, I'm not going to reply to people like this going forward. But anyway, excuse saying you misgendered Dylan Mulvaney yesterday by accident. I don't think I did, but it happens sometimes. Twitter accusation has ruined most news aggregation. Oh, Twitter acquisition. Yeah. So, yeah, as I was saying, Twitter acquisition also has definitely played a role in this. Like, when you have one of the most prominent social media platforms become like a hotbed of right-wing commentary, it doesn't matter, you know? This is going to be an inevitable consequence of that. So young people don't really use Twitter. No, but the ones that do are the ones that are also on Twitch. For those of you who don't recognize that, I don't know what to tell you, but young people don't use Twitter, but young people also don't use Twitch. You know what I mean? So even less young people use Twitch than young people using Twitter. Twitch is a smaller platform than Twitter overall. So it's, you know, the ones that use Twitch probably use Twitter as well. What do you mean they don't use Twitch? I mean, Twitch's audience is young, certainly younger than Twitter's audience, but Twitch is also a smaller overall audience than Twitter is, right? Anyway, my point is this. It is Gamergate politics, which is what I called basically as soon as I realized that Joe Biden was going to win. I was like, we are going to go back to old school Gamergate, like Obama second term politics. And we have done that. We are fully in the throes of it. I don't remember this level of vitriol towards me and the values that I represent I don't remember a time when it was this bad after 2020. When I was a much smaller content creator, I used to get this shit all the time because I was on the Young Turks. And during the Gamergate era, a lot of people hated the Young Turks. And a lot of people hated me because I was a part of the Young Turks and the things that I was saying. And I think that's what's going on the internet again, which sucks because for a lot of gay people, for a lot of trans people, online spaces are one of the few places where they can feel exactly as who they are and get a sense of acceptance. And obviously this community will remain like that, but it does feel like a lot of the apolitical spaces are no longer safe harbors, you know? And that sucks. That sucks to see because I do feel like in this little area, in this little part of the world that we've carved out, specifically on Twitch, I felt like there was a genuine attitude shift, a genuine attitude change. And although there are no like right-wing content creators on this platform for the most part, or at least like no right-wing political commentators that are sizable on this platform, a lot of like apolitical gamers still have some reactionary tendencies that I think come from a place of ignorance and a place of, you know, social conditioning. And they seek the safety of confirming their biases rather than looking into it a little bit deeper. But, you know, we'll continue doing what we're doing. I never thought that I would get to the position that I got to on this platform, let alone in general. I've never taken it for granted. I always do feel like being this large of a content creator who like openly talks about left-wing politics was never supposed to be a popular endeavor to begin with. I feel like it's not due to a genuine opinion shift. I feel like it's more due to people feeling like open homophobia is an okay opinion to hold again. Yeah. Do you think many of the comments on Twitter are bots now, like ChatGPT shit? No, but it's mostly people. It's mostly people operating like bots. There are a lot more bots now on Twitter since Elon Musk's takeover, which is ironic. But yeah, like the t-shirt bots. Fucking hell, dude. Yeah, Twitter's Twitter Blue Elon Musk purchase. Elon Musk purchase in the subsequent Twitter Blue thing has dramatically shifted the algorithm into boosting ridiculous right-wing perspectives. Right-wing perspectives like just straight up calling a any kind of LGBT acceptance as like pedophilia. Yeah, this was the greatest example of this. This guy, Dying Scribe, posted this thing. Every third hetero couple. Did you check out that Salon article I sent everyone? And the dude is wearing a t-shirt that says, "The most racist man alive." Look at the replies, though. Here's the original shirt link, guys. Available here. You can buy it here. Just bought this t-shirt. Hope the link helps. Here's the original shirt link, guys. God, I need that shirt. Mine. Here's the original shirt link, guys. Here's the original shirt link, guys. Here's the original shirt link, guys. Guys, you can get this shirt, and it's all like t-shirt bots that scour the fucking internet for any mention of a t-shirt so they can like auto drop ship it. They're proud to be racist. Are they trying to be ironic? No, man. These are bots. There's no... Look, I really want to buy the shirt. Does anybody know where I can buy it? Posted boring as heck. Immediately. Immediately. Look at how quickly they launched like drop shipping accounts. Where can I get this shirt? MetaMask wallet was hacked. I need a sugar daddy, sugar mommy, sugar baby. I would pay for someone to write an essay for me. All my Dogecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Monero got stolen. This literally is like all of the bot targets. So it's just like a bot bait at that point. Bots are breaking when they see that probably. Link. So it's a lot of bots and a lot of human beings that are behaving like bots. And a lot of like right-wing human beings that are behaving like bots. And it's definitely weird. Tesla owners, Silicon Valley are pedophiles. Wow, can I get this on a shirt? Link the shirt. So, yeah, the right wingers think they found other races they can be around with, but they're just bots. No, there's definitely a lot. I think you need to remember that, again, it's definitely overemphasized. It's definitely hyped up. And Twitter does not reflect the attitudes of people in the real world, especially not in America. 20% of Americans are on Twitter. That's a tiny number, right? It's not an accurate snapshot, especially when you see stuff pop off on Twitter that is like so stupid that no one, you would not be able to describe to your uncle, okay, that is like never touched something online. That's massive? What do you mean? No, that's a gigantic amount, but I'm not saying it's a tiny amount. Twitter is a massively successful social media platform. In comparison to others, is not as successful, but it's still pretty fucking successful. That just doesn't mean that it's a snapshot of like Americans, okay, across the board. And the reason why I use that, as an example is because like if you go on Twitter, especially because the algorithms can completely and dramatically change how you see Twitter, okay, and how you think that space is, I always urge you to just pull yourself out of that hole for a second. What you see in your algo is not reflective of the overarching American sentiments, okay? This is something that I repeat all the time, because especially with the blue check marks being the top replies every single time to every single post.